Hello and welcome back to the Common Colt Podcast. Colts Podcast, the real takes and no clickbait. I'm Josh Hudgens, joined by Dan Hertzler. What is up, Dan?
Hey man, hey, we don't do a wardrobe check, but do we have the same shirt on?
We do. That was
Wow.
that was
Oh, nice. Nice. Didn't even plan that, man. Hey, maybe that's a good omen for what's coming up. Big game here with the Indianapolis Colts against the Las Vegas Raiders. It's
yes.
kind of hard to say a little bit, but hey, this is big, man. We got playoffs and we do kind of one-word reactions. I want to throw this out, Josh. What's your one-word reaction for this Raiders team? What do you think about this team?
Gritty, man. They're gritty. Antonio Pierce has come in and he has, I feel like, rebuilt the culture overnight over there in Vegas. Obviously, back all the way in 2021, Colts played the Raiders. Carson Wentz had COVID. They changed the rules like the same week when Wentz got COVID. So he was like, I remember he was blowing his nose during the game. And I'm like, there's no way he should be playing this game. Colts lose to the Raiders, then they lose to the Jags and miss the playoffs. I know the Raiders are hoping for kind of the same thing this week, but honestly, when I look at the Raiders, and I think a lot of people are kind of saying it, I've seen on social media, like this Raiders team could upset the Colts. They fire McDaniels, which is the best move for the franchise. McDaniels is a tool bag that's been carried by Tom Brady for his whole career, and he's failed everywhere else. And they found Antonio Pierce, who we thought might just be an interim head coach, and this guy's kind of changed the culture over there.
Yeah, it's a little memory lane there with McDaniels and Colts and fans and all that stuff. We're never going to touch that, dude. Yeah. I'm going to say this team is overrated, but they're dangerous. Okay. So I know that's not one word, but I want to clarify overrated because I don't think they're nearly as good as their record is. Okay. They have won games. They're playing a lot better, but you look at this game that they played last week against the Chiefs. I don't think they completed a pass after the first quarter. They dominated the defensive line. They beat up the Chiefs, which you can see a lot in divisional games. And so that's the dangerous part. I think they can beat up the Colts, as we saw last week against the Falcons. Our offensive line kind of got manhandled. And when we can't control the offensive line, we look pretty average at best. And so that's the one part I'm a little bit nervous about. I'm a big Max Crosby fan. I think he just plays hard all the time. I think he is a top tier defensive player. I think their defense is much more structured, much more, just not giving up those big plays. But offensively, without Jacobs, with this rookie quarterback who they're just kind of working. I mean, he basically just looks for Devontae Adams and just throws it to him no matter what. So I don't think this team can score a lot of points against us. I'm just a little bit nervous that we won't be able to score points either. This could be an ugly kind of 17-14 kind of game.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are saying it's a toss-up, but Josh Jacobs being doubtful is, I think, a big deal. And I like the fact that I think Michael Pittman's going to be back this game, which we were missing his presence big time against Atlanta. And Braden Smith appears to be tracking to be back. And when he's back healthy, he's one of the top right tackles in the league. And that's going to be big if Max Crosby's getting moved around and getting pressure. To me, when I look at this game, I don't think it's going to be as close as people think it's going to be. I do like what the Raiders are doing, and I like what they're kind of building. But I really think the Colts at home, that gives them an edge, and I think they're going to find a way to win this game by, honestly, 9+. I think it's going to be over a touchdown win. And let's be real though, the Colts have had two stinkers in the last 3 weeks. They had one against the Falcons and they had one against the Bengals, and kind of the home stretch for the playoff push. I think they're going to come out raring to go. I think Michael Pittman being back is going to be a big plus. I think Braden Smith is going to be a big plus. Jonathan Taylor's kind of getting his feet under him again, back from his injury. I don't see a way the Colts lose this game the more I think about it. I was nervous earlier in the week. Now that we're closer to kickoff, I'm not as concerned about it.
Well, this is the kind of game that a good coaching staff should have this team prepared, because to me, the Raiders have nothing to play for. They gave it all last week. To me, that was their Super Bowl. They wanted to end that streak with the Chiefs. They wanted to beat them. They're not making the playoffs. They've got nothing to really, in a sense, to play for. They're traveling across the country. They are, it's just not a big game for them. I know they want to win, and I'm sure they're going to say all the right stuff in the press. But this is a game where, if I'm Shane Steichen, I'm preaching to my team. First quarter, Let's punch them right in the face. Let's take the wind right out of their sails. Let's get them thinking about their vacation and their golf schedule and their off season. This is a game again. I think Shane Steichen is prepared for. I think we're going to see the best of the Colts. I agree with you that they looked awful last week. They haven't played their best in the last 2-3 games, but I think they're going to play really good. And I'm right with you. Even though I think it's going to be a hard time scoring, I don't see this Raiders team putting up a big fight, and I think we win pretty easily.
And the other thing, the quarterback play over there in Vegas isn't that. I mean, Aiden O'Connell, 8 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. 4 of those touchdowns came against the Chargers when they, it looked like a Madden score. I mean, it was crazy, that game was. So I'm cautiously optimistic. If the Colts find a way to lose this game, I mean, that would be devastating. I mean, you want to win this game. You want to get Houston here at home for a chance to make the playoffs, probably under the lights in a primetime game. I mean, that's what you want, and the Colts are in a position to do that. They got to seize this moment, and I think some fans have some PTSD from 2021, but I just don't see it happening.
What's the score?
I'm going to go 28. No, I'm going to go 27-17. I think Colts win by 2 scores.
I'm going to go 24-10. I don't think the Raiders score much, and I think again, we do just enough. Okay. We don't have a high powered offense and we got to control that line. But if we just neutralize the Raiders defensive line, they don't have any other advantages. Maybe Devontae Adams goes off, but I just don't trust the quarterback enough. So 24-10. And I think you're right. We're going to set up for a massive week 18.
That'd be awesome.
Probably win or get in kind of scenario with the Houston Texans. And it's going to be electrifying.
And maybe a win and get the division, because Trevor Lawrence is out for the Jags against the Panthers. I mean, that game could be pivotal, but we got to take care of business this week. Guys, let us know what you think in the comments below. Raiders fans, hey, if you're watching, we love you. Go ahead and subscribe too. Let us know what your thoughts are. But hey, hopefully we take you down this week. Thanks for watching the Common Cold Podcast. You have a great day.